Dramatic gay bitch, yeah, I clock in quick. Coffee in hand, that's my gossip sidekick. Class 213 already got the 411, so check that attitude before you step in here, hun. They talking that shit, keeps Jimmy on the track. The name in the song, empty serves that clap back. Lip gloss loaded, I don't ever lack. Say it to my face, watch me never crack. I'm your gossip sidekick, baby, say my name. Turn your little whisper to a hallway flame. If you start a story, I'll provide the spice. All the dirty details, all the sugar, all the ice. I'm your gossip sidekick, baby, bet I never miss. Turn a rumor into legend with the look and a twist. If you start a story, better say it right, 'cause your gossip sidekick got the spotlight tonight. Door slam, screenshots in the phone. Read it in a heartbeat, tea already blown. Walk by, comment, caught it from the side. Smile, real sweet, but the shade worldwide. They talking that shit, keeps Jimmy on the track. The name in the song, auntie serves the clap back. Lip gloss loaded, I don't ever lack. Say it to my face, watch me never crack. Never crack. I'm your gossip sidekick, baby, say my name. Turn your little whisper to a hallway flame. If you start a story, I'll provide the spice. All the dirty details, all the sugar, all the ice. I'm your gossip sidekick, baby, bet I never miss. Turn a rumor into legend with a look and a twist. If you start a story, better say it right, 'cause your gossip sidekick got the spotlight tonight. Who said what? Run it back, be specific. You were brave online, now your voice gone timid. I don't chase tails, I just fact check fear. Say it with your chest, or keep it on my ear. Hey, I'm your gossip sidekick, baby, say my name. Turn your little whisper to a hallway flame. If you start a story, I'll provide the spice. All the dirty details, all the sugar, all the ice. I'm your gossip sidekick, baby, bet I never miss. Turn a rumor into legend with a look and a twist. If you start a story, better say it right, 'cause your gossip sidekick runs the school tonight.
Oh, look at me speaking into a big old fucking piece of nothing. Good Lord, good Lord. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. For me, right now, it is 12:43 in the AM of August 26th. Coming up this week, we got some full moons, we got some lunar eclipses, right? Lots of crazy things happening. So whether you find yourself here in the middle of the night or just maybe on a replay, driving in your car, right, getting ready to drop the kids off at work, you never know. You never know. I hope we find you in a good place. Yes, Queen Villery, almost my birthday, which I have to say, hold on, almost my birthday. Jimmy, you missed my birthday Saturday. Bitch, I didn't miss shit because I didn't know it was your birthday Saturday. So if I knew, I would have been there, wherever that may be, serving whatever cake was served for the birthday. No fucking clue. No fucking clue. So I didn't miss shit. However, I'm fully informed right now that it was your birthday on Saturday. So fucking happy birthday to pretty kooky Jamie James, the teacher's assistant. I'd say full on employee of the school, full on employee. Jamie James is in control of all things Auntie Deb's store on Fourth Wall. She runs her tutoring sessions. She does the intro video. She's very creative. She's quite a being to witness her work. It's a spin-off on Classroom 203, a little bit darker, a little bit Nightmare Before Christmassy. All kinds of crazy. I'm just very impressed with her all around. So happy birthday, Corky Jamie James. And let me say here, that would be the 22nd. Cusper. A cusper. I know, I called you a cusper, the C word with the hard R. I'm so sorry. You might see an occasional mist coming from this direction here. You see that mist right here? You're not seeing things. It's a humidifier. Yeah, very dry room here. I noticed, very dry room. Had to go get myself a nice big old Vicks humidifier. Yeah. Yeah, especially if we're going to be doing the speaking in the room. It needs to get a little moisture in here. All this watching of Brian has really dried us up over here. Yeah, really has just soaked up any sign of moisture, any sign of morning dew. It's just, remember that part in The Lion King when Simba runs away from home after witnessing Scar and his father on top of that ledge, and then Scar convinces him, he's like, you killed your father. Run away. It's the only thing you can do. I won't tell anyone, promise. And so Simba runs away and he's gay for like 30 years with Timon and Pumbaa. They have a throuple. Very progressive film, if you ask me. Simba runs away, finds himself a pig, and then a bitchy little bottom. And I guess he's what, the bear, the big top in the relation? I'm not sure. He came back a man though. And I'll tell you this, I don't think he was really gay because the first time he came back, he fucked the shit out of Nala to Circle of Life or whatever. Can You Feel the Lions Fucking Right Now song, Love Tonight. The minute he came back to Pride Lands and they played a little bit of Elton John, he was boning the fuck out of that fucking lion. I always thought they were brother and sister. So I found that a little weird. I'm like, no, Simba, go back to just being homo lion. Just go back to being gay lion and singing with your friends and eating bugs and on the outskirts of society and running away from home, and you killed your dad because you didn't want to tell him you were gay and all that other stuff. Right? All that other good Disney stuff. Comes back, has his fairy fucking godfather with him, Zazo, the bitchy old gay thing. Simba, you can't do it. I can't do a good Zazu. I'm so sorry. I can't do a good Zazu. But yeah, and then Rafiki, he meets an old witch in the woods, Rafiki, and Rafiki reads his tarot cards and he's like, God action, I know your father. He lives in you. You know, and that whole song and dance. And then he what happens in the end? Oh, that's right, they all get AIDS. Yeah, Lion King was actually the origin story of AIDS. That's how we got it. It's too bad. It's too bad. Good film. Good film. Hello. Hello. We're going to be doing some light reading today. And it was requested by a very funny, very successful, very independent, are who they are, came in and snatched hose at the craziest time, all by the bootstraps. Jolene Lunzer. She has her diary entries scattered all over the web, just waiting to be found and to be read. And she requested that we read a couple. So we had I'm sorry, this noise against my teeth is, I'm sure, disgusting. I'm so sorry. I did just spit it out, so don't fucking watch if you don't want to. But it's sketched all over the ancient texts of Joseph Paul Lunzer. We read 2 on my members only earlier today, and they were quite a hoot, quite a fucking hoot. So that's what we're going to be doing. It's reading a few. I feel like, why not? I know I'd be up and up, and I was cleaning this and putting the Roomba vacuum over here and petting the kitty over there and taking out the garbage here. And I'm like, we can read a couple fucking stories. We can read a couple fucking stories, mate. It won't kill you. How's everyone doing? Okay, I'm out of it. The only reason I was speaking in that accent is because of this coffee mug, which someone sent me, and it's Mr. G from Summer Heights High. Coffee before we teachy. And then this side, just Christ. Oh, fucking Christ. What's going on, guys? What's going on? We got another big fucking letter from Buffy. You know, she always likes to, just in case she thinks the male guy's reading. Hi, poor face. Hi, big ass. Hi, birthday boy. Thank you. Prince loves the LED. He says Red House Media is over 10 kilometers. Oh my good lord, 10 kilometers. It's what, about 6.4 miles? 6 point something miles? 10 kilometers is not that. A turkey vulture, isn't that lovely? Nice little turkey vulture. Isn't that just a thick piece of paper here? Holy shit. Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be. They want to wish you a happy birthday. Wishing you the best birthday. May be wrapped in smiles. Stay chaotic but smart, Buffy. Thank you so much, Buffy. And then there seems to be some sort of magnet. Ooh. And I was going to get some Halloween decorations for the school. I was going to get some friggin' Halloween decorations. Look at this magnet. Look at that. I know I have to clip my nails. I know they're a little longer than I normally would like. I normally don't fuck with them this long. This is long for them. This is long for them. But you know, it's not like I look like I've been changing fucking oil in cars for the past 10 years, you know, so whatever. We'll put him right here to watch everything we do. Yeah. Oh, the shirts today brought to you a lovely, just curate ALS awareness. Yeah, in case anyone wants to throw out that we're not aware over here. Sorry, I gotta stop talking like that. In case anyone wants to throw out that we're not aware. Ooh, and a turkey vulture sticker. Buffy, thank you so much. This is amazing. This is great. Thank you. Much obliged. Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay. Okay. So we read some stories from Jolene, and they were fucking hysterical, and they were a good time. Good time all around. Everyone really seemed to enjoy it. She said that I should read some of her old stories on a stream, and I was like, done. When I feel like when someone who is at like a level and has done things that you haven't done in your life, and that like given similar career paths maybe you one day might want to do, you listen. Especially when they have succeeded at it. You listen to that person. If someone gives you free advice, you take it. So I'm like, fuck it, let's read some. So you guys emailed me some. We had just gotten through Strong Neck. So Strong Neck was our last one we read. Let me see what else we got here on here. Okay, we have overshares just means I care. Strong Neck. Pale girl, knock, knock, go away. Childhood anxiety. Dad wanted a girl. Your biography should be professional and paint you in the best light. But as I was working on writing it, I realized this may be a better article for a column than a comedy bio. Obsessive compulsive ritual at a very young age. Oh, yeah, I feel like I got to read that one. I spend too many of my days watching the lives of others unfold online while allowing my real life ... I kind of want to read that one too. And this is just from the okay. I'm gonna start with oh wait, I suffer from anxiety, being raised by an anxious father. All right, let's go chronological. Let's go OCD rituals, anxious dad, and then we'll do the Instagram one. Right. Yeah, we gotta go in order. I might want to put the fan on lightly. It's getting this misting machine. It's like spraying hot mist right in my direction. This is like hot. This is hot mist. You've seen her in Gorillas in the Prison Misty. You've seen her in Harry Potter and the Prison Misties of Azkaban. Now, late night, put the kids to sleep before you put on hot mist. Okay. Let me let me throw a quick little fan on, and then we'll start. Okay. Let me see. Is that wicked noisy or is that just me? Hold on. You know, sometimes you gotta like feng shui some things in your house to like make it like sound or work just right? Or is that just me growing up like poor and having like one thing? Okay, it's better. Okay. Okay, so this one comes to you from Smart Femme Digital. And it's called Don't Stop Believing and Breathing by Jolene Lunzer. Okay. Bitch, you gotta calm down. You are so loud. What are you hitting? What are you hitting? Why are you making that god awful noise? Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh. Not the bricks. Not the bricks. Not the bricks. You guys don't see this. This is nothing. There's nothing happening. Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain or the bricks. If the bricks are moving, they're not. They're not. It's very late. You guys are all having acid flashbacks. And you're fucking seeing things. Nothing is moving. We're in a school. These bricks are very hard, very tough. Okay? If you hit your head on it, it hurts. Okay? It hurts. Okay? The bricks are real. Bricks are real. Bricks are real. Bricks are so real. So real. Okay. All right, let's get started here. Let's get started here. Yes. Someone said coming in late. Are you? Oh, shit. Are you missing half your mustache? I am. You know what I do is I half complete things. So I started to trim and then I just kind of stopped halfway through. And I was like, this is to do it correctly, it's gonna take forever. I'll just finish it tomorrow. Whatever. I did like a lazy one, but you know what? Now that you said that, I might have to go finish it. Now that you said that, I might have to go finish it. You know, girls, you know before you going out and you know you're gonna get down, right? And so you don't do the full thing, you just take a quick little one swoop, but you know you have errant hairs in the nooks and crannies and in the corner, right? But you know he's not gonna put the lights on. Anyone? Okay. Okay. Didn't think so. And those are the same hoes that in the underwear, they don't even take the underwear off. One finger right underneath, boom, and they fucking do that curl, and they just move it over. How do you know that? Because I just do. You know what? I'm not going to be that hoe. A little better. A little better. A little better. A little better. Okay. Anything else before we start? Calm down. Sarasota breeze. I'm shutting it off. It's the noise. I'm sorry. It's the noise. That's so fucking annoying. Okay. This is called Don't Stop Believing and Breathing by Jolene Lanza. Written, it usually has the date at the end. No, not this one. Okay, not this one. I developed an obsessive compulsive ritual at a very young age. I started checking to see if my family was breathing while they slept. In the middle of the night, when I still do this. I do this with everything. I make this bigger because of my old ass eyes. Okay, James. I started checking to see if my family was breathing while they slept. In the middle of the night, was when I felt we were at our most vulnerable. I'd creep into my parents' bedroom and stare over them until I heard a sigh, snore, or could see their chest moving up and down. I don't exactly know why I became obsessed with making sure loved ones were still breathing throughout their slumber, but I think it could have something to do with my dad's incessant fear that one day a gas leak would kill everybody in our home. It was his biggest fear. His fear manifested in the form of me regularly waking up to make sure that our gas stovetop was turned off. My nose led me throughout the house, hoping and praying that I didn't pick up the slightest scent of our toxic nemesis. My brother was a sleepwalker, which made it easy for me to tell if he was breathing. We'd regularly wake up to find him sleeping near the back door of our home, and sometimes what he thought was the toilet was actually the doorway to my parents' bedroom. There he stood, taking a leak on the horrific green shag carpet so ugly that the piss made it more attractive. And because of that, the fact that I knew for certain he was breathing, I am forever grateful for sleepwalking. In 2010, my boyfriend moved into my Scottsdale, Arizona apartment. Everything was going great. We were happy and enjoying doing that thing that couples do when they first move in with one another, nesting. And soon after, we realized that we had the exact opposite taste in home decor. I couldn't believe he wasn't a fan of the Dream a Little Dream movie poster I hung in our dining area. He did not know that this 1989 classic was the best movie the Coreys had ever starred in together. For those of you who may be unaware, the two Coreys consisted of the late, great Corey Haim and the still rocking this free world Corey Feldman. I adored them, especially Corey Haim. And this movie defined my childhood. Everything I learned about being a teenager in high school, I learned from this movie. In my obsessive compulsive nature, I memorized every line in the movie and acted out each scene in my bedroom, hoping no one would walk in on me and expose my passion for living in cinema. My childhood bedroom was an alternate reality where I was a famous dude, the way I feel like she's fucking mirroring my life. Make this bigger. This is so funny. My childhood bedroom was an alternate reality where I was a famous singer, actress, tap dancer. I spent most of my time singing and reciting monologues to the large collage of pictures of teen heartthrobs, actors, bands, and pop singers that I cut out of magazines and taped upon my walls. I'd sing Mariah Carey to a picture of Mariah Carey, and let me tell you, she loved it. My rendition of Make It Happen always made her smile. Granted, she was always smiling, but I had this feeling that when I left the room, her smile turned upside down. In my bedroom, I was safe to be as delusional as I wanted to be. It was where I concocted the story that Corey Haim and I were married in a previous life. It was loosely based on the Beetlejuice death scene. Basically, we were happily married, and then one day, bam, we ran our car off a beautiful country road into a pound where we drowned together. Romantic, I know. Then we were reincarnated, me as an aspiring attention whore living in St. Paul, Minnesota, and Corey as a successful yet tormented child star turned teen heartthrob turned drug addict. Unfortunately, I was the only one who remembered our previous life. I wrote countless letters to his fan club, hoping it would remind me of the love we once shared, but sadly, I received no response. After a year of writing letters, the fan club did send me a wallet sized autograph picture of him, which I took as a sign that he remembered. After spending many years in my pocket in fanny packs and then taking a couple trips into the washing machine, the picture wore so thin that all of the color faded from it. His once crooked grin and head full of mousse was now just an unrecognizable white blob, which coincidentally is what I often resemble when someone takes a picture of me while I'm on stage. More proof of our love, or as Mariah Carey would say, we belong together. Soon after moving in with my boyfriend, I began waking up numerous times a night in order to make sure that he was still breathing. Sometimes I would put my finger under his nose, and other times I would just stare at him until I could see his chest move. On occasion, just to be sure, I'd put the tip of my finger inside one of his nostrils until he swatted his hand against his face. For the first couple months, he had no idea I was checking on his breathing while he slept. I was in the clear. I could maintain my image as a somewhat sane girlfriend, but then it happened. He caught me. There I was face to face with him. My eyes were perched wide open, staring intensely at him, waiting for that sign of life. Then, as if out of a horror film, his eyes popped open. He appeared, startled. "What are you doing?" he asked. "Oh, nothing," I replied, hoping he'd believe this was a dream and fall back asleep. "Why are you staring at me like that?" I paused and then replied, "Oh, I can't stop looking at you." At the time, I thought this was a better answer than, "Oh, nothing, just making sure you're not dead." It wasn't. It made me seem very creepy. "How often do you watch me while I'm sleeping?" I didn't know how to answer that, but before my brain could string together a good answer, I said 4 to 6 times a night, and then I spent the next hour trying to convince him that I wasn't planning to murder him. The next day, I decided to come clean. I explained that I wasn't watching him sleep because I was obsessed with him, but rather I was obsessed with my fear of waking up next to a lifeless boyfriend. Surprisingly, he seemed relieved. That following week, I asked my psychiatrist to increase the dosage of my anxiety medication. It helped. Sometimes I do still watch him, but please don't tell him that. Of course. Yeah, you have to. You have to. Sometimes you watch and you hope you don't see the chest go up and down. You're like, "God, please, please, God, please, please." Okay, that was a very cute little like look into um quirky Jolene, or the beginnings of quirky Jolene. Not entirely too quirky. I feel like it's pretty common, but I think everyone's dying. Like, I think everybody is always dying. Every time my phone rings and it's my sister, someone's dead. Mom's dead. One of the kids died. Her husband died. Um, or it's someone who found her phone and she got into an accident. Every time my mother's calling me, someone's dead. Some uncle, some aunt, the kids, my sister. She died and someone found her phone. Everyone. Everyone. But and it's like we're all fucking waiting for it. It's like, no, but like we have to, because what if it's important? What if it's an emergency? It's like AKA you got to get the call to someone. And here's the thing. Say that is what happens, right? What are you gonna fucking do about it? That person died. How long until you wait to figure it out isn't gonna change shit. It's dead. So why worry about it so much? Okay, next one is overshare care. I want to read this one. Follow me. How Instagram is taking over my everyday life. And then we're going to go into the email. Okay. This is hashtag follow me. How Instagram is taking over my everyday life. Oh my God, this is throwback old school Jolene. I'm going to share and show you guys. Her Instagram was Pale Girl. Oh, I could share the screen, James. Yeah, that could be helpful if someone wants a nice little visual, right? So here's Jolene, and she was just like complaining about being like an awkward, you know what I mean? No. He is our Jolene. Where is she? He is a little fucking red-headed. I feel like this is, of course. Okay, I feel like this is. No. We gotta zoom in more. I need to see more. I feel like that bar or wherever she's at smells like Parliaments. You know she's been fingered on that couch. That couch, it has a protective layering on it. Everyone's been fingered on that couch. Look, and girls think it's cute to sign it. They're like, okay, let's sign it. And they like move over, and then they take their finger and they. It's all coming full circle. Full circle. Full circle. Okay. Let's write. I spend too many of my days watching the lives of others unfold online while allowing my real life to sit stagnant. Can anybody here relate? No? Okay, didn't think so. I hold my phone so close to my face that it slips through my hand and plummets onto my nose too many times that I want to remember. Same. I need to leave. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hold on. Dude, the Vicks Vapor Rub, mister, is going full prism mist on me right now. It's going full ocean spray. Remember we talked about her finishing move is her like going back and spreading her legs and spraying. That's what it's doing. It just turned into oceans. Okay. I spend too many of my days watching the lives of others unfold online while allowing my real life to sit stagnant. I hold my phone so close to my face that it slips through my hand and plummets onto my nose too many times that I want to remember. I just leave the nose I paid $7,000 for unprotected as I fight even the most basic of human needs, sleep, in order to stay online as long as I can. And when my eyes can stay open no longer, bam, my phone hits me on the sculpted bridge of my man-made nose. If sleep can't stop me from this online obsession, surely anxiety and panic attacks can. Sadly, they can't. I view all of my social media accounts on my phone. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram are all kept in a handy little box. Currently, Instagram is my number one vice. I'll view Nicole Richie's page, and then before you know it, I'm on Reese Witherspoon's page, then Drew Barrymore's, then Cameron Diaz's, then Jess Machado's, all my favorite celebs. I do all of this so that I can follow their friendships one another via the pictures they post. But that's not the worst. I've gotten to the point where I follow reality TV personalities, Big Brother, Real World, Real Housewives, and the unthinkable Bad Girls Club. Our shows I've gotten sucked into watching, and now I find myself researching the casts via their Instagram accounts. Oh, we're going to have a conversation after this fucking article. For those unfamiliar with what Instagram is, bitch, who are you writing this for? Who is reading this? Oh, well, when you wrote it. It was probably in cool. Okay, that makes sense. For those unfamiliar with what Instagram is, basically it's a place where anyone can go and participate in the most self-indulgent behavior in the history of womankind. A place where you can take a selfie or a groupie and then edit each within either separate Photoshop apps or filters provided to you on Instagram. By the time you are done editing a picture of yourself standing in front of a mirror, holding your smartphone in front of a couch you have been fingered on, you have the face of a fetus. Wrinkles, laugh lines, blemishes, and double chins, non-existent. I use so many filters, I don't even know what I look like anymore. I look in the mirror and ask, who is this dark, circled, wrinkly-eyed bitch with zits on her nose, and why is she giving me the stink eye? And no wonder my coworker told me that I fucking looked fucking tired and pregnant that day. That girl at the office. That bitch. I feed into the lie that we are all better when we are touched up. And despite a movement by some women who claim to be posting pics with hashtag no makeup, who apparently hashtag woke up like this, their efforts are made in vain when we realize that 99% of these women are in fact wearing makeup and woke up hours before the picture was taken. Celebrities take these pics all the time in some lame attempt to have a feminist voice. However, I think they've forgotten that foundation, concealer, mascara, lip gloss, and nude lipstick are all forms of makeup. I get so caught up in the Instagram world that what's supposed to happen to be a really quick 10-minute peek at other people's pictures becomes a 2-hour affair. Recently, I've started getting anxiety and even a few panic attacks while I'm immersed in this fake online world. I spent hours trying to figure out how all these reality stars who tag each other in photos despite know one another. Despite being a literate, somewhat intelligent person, it takes me far too long to come to the obvious conclusion that they know each other because they are a bunch of fame-thirsty, chronic self-promoters whose looks are soul-selling is what got them on television in the first place. So why wouldn't they all hang out in a transparent attempt to cross scripted reality cultures in hopes of gaining more followers and remaining what everyone with a Hollywood dream seems to need to be? Relevant. Except for the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Nene Leakes. I'm sure most will disagree, but I think I'm allowed a favorite with whom I believe to be worthy of her stardom. Why? Because she makes me laugh. Even if she's reading from a script, her comedic timing, bluntness, attitude, her explorations deep into the Atlanta vernacular make her my exception or hall pass, if you will. Not a white refrigerator. Okay, I've been on Instagram for longer than an hour. I can feel my anxiety rising, making it hard for me to breathe like someone is sitting on my chest. I start to sporadically flash back into my actual reality where I am cognizant of what I'm doing and the shame sets in, which triggers the anxiety, which then triggers a full on panic attack. I've cried whilst in my Instagram journeys. Lately, it seems that the longer I look at Kylie Jenner's inflated lips, the longer I cry. If you don't know who Kylie Jenner is, no, never mind. You're lucky. You've managed to not waste your precious time on this earth studying and then judging what appears to be the most discernible lip augmentation in the history of collagen. And I'm not proud to admit this, but as I gaze upon her plumped up lips, I think she looks so much better because she does. That's not in there. I added that. Despite my illogical and embarrassing online behavior, I sleep at night by reminding myself, at least you're not a lonely internet troll. An internet troll is the worst person you can be online. Trolls hide behind fake social media accounts so that they can bully and instigate fights about subjectivity and politics where their main facts are based on racism, sexism, poor vocabulary. I may neglect my basic needs, sleep and mental health, in order to feed my insatiable appetite for stalking the lives of strangers, but at least I do so under my real name. At least I'm not an internet gangster without an avatar image who lives in a cloud of delusion, misdirected self-hate. I wish this was written by someone with exactly that kind of profile. So many thoughts. Bitch. Birth control. So many thoughts on this one. You see how it like trickled? I noticed that it trickled. It trickled from Instagram, Reese Witherspoon, Nicole Richie, actresses, then to the reality TV, then to Bad Girls Club, then to their friends, then to their Instagram accounts. I think it's just I think it's the natural progression. You know, because like now what are we here watching? What are we here looking at? You know what I mean? Like shit. It's only gotten like more and more closer to the shit we just love to watch. It's the same fucking reason why when we stayed home from school when we were younger in like middle school, high school, why we were just so excited to watch. What were you watching? If you stayed home from school and you were sick, what could you not wait to watch at noon right now? Say it. I want to see it. There you go. Jenny Jones, Jerry Springer. Oh yeah, we'd sign on fucking AIM. Hi Jolene, we'd sign on AIM and or AOL. We'll go into chat rooms. We'd talk shit. This is the mid '90s. Me and my sister, we shared one screen name, GENJI 95. Why? Because it was 1995. She told me it was Gen G but she spelled it with a G because she's like it's like Jen and Jimmy. I still think she was lying to me. But when we both would stay home from school and we had the house to ourselves, oh, we would talk shit. If I called her fucking right now and I was like, Jen, who's cyber girlies? She would go off. She would know exactly who I'm talking about. This bitch in a chat room we would fight with all fucking day long. All day long. Just like people do on Twitter. Just like they do now. and we would watch it and we would love it. And then Jerry Springer. And then, you know, like, boom. Like nothing. And then at night after Jerry Springer, Beverly Hills 90210. Scenes next week. Stay tuned after these commercials for scenes from Melrose Place. And we'd watch Heather Locklear pretend to be 40. And we loved it. We loved it. We loved it. We loved it. My sister would talk so much shit in chat room. I tried to make friends. I tried to like be nice. I wanted to like make friends and be nice. But no. Sissy liked to talk shit. She wanted to fight. Scorpio. Oh, is that the roller skating one? The one that serial monogamist? Oh, Jojo, no. Did we read this one, Life, Liberty, Pursuit of a Tan? I think we read, yes, that was the first one we read on earlier. Okay. No, come on, hon. Come on. Get it together, James. I want to read the roller skating one. I never listened to it. I just know that she read it and she found it, and I know it was very embarrassing for Jolene. Which, listen, that's what happens when you fuck around, hon. You know what I mean? You want to come play? You want to come play in the amphitheater ring? It's gonna happen. They're gonna find your diaries. They're gonna read your fucking diaries. Okay? They're gonna read your old fucking AOL messages. Okay? They're gonna fucking read it all. They're gonna find it. They're gonna fucking read it. Yeah, they're gonna fucking read it. Okay? Oh, today I got my period. It's all over the place. Then they found out that I was late to getting my period, and it wasn't my real period. I just made cuts on my inside, but it wasn't even cuts. It was ketchup. I didn't think I was ever going to become a woman. Okay. 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 Oh, Michael Pepper. Oh, we don't have Nan dollars. Yes, we only accept Nan dollars at NanCon. But we love you. Happy birthday to you. And Yvette. Yvette. Virgos unite. Yvette, of course you are, you hot bitch. Of course you are. Of course you are. Of course you are. Watching you live keeps us in stitches. Love you, mate. Thank you so much, Michael Pepper and Yvette. It's very nice of you. Very, very nice of you. Okay. All right, let's go. Let's read this. So this is the infamous roller skating story. Look at her trying to get the little homies, right? Trying to put in the 50 cents, get the little holographic Pog sticker. It's nice. Oh my God, bitch. Yes, they had the same fucking roller skates at the orange ones. I loved those. They smelled, but I liked them. Oh no, we didn't have those covers. Ours were like a weird fake leather. Who are these divas? Who are these divas? This was 93 and Flat Bangs. Is this? I feel like this girl, if this girl was at the roller skating rink, she might be the meanest bitch you ever met. This girl looks like she will ask me why I sound like a girl when I talk. Why you sound like a girl? This girl, that's what she's fucking asking. Was that you? Okay. James, get together how you control like zooming in. Okay. I recently went. This piece is entitled Rolling in the Nightmare of Junior High Depths. I recently went roller skating for the first time since my youth, and it brought me right back to those torturous junior high years. Upon entering the rink, I had what can only be compared to as an LSD flashback. Even though I was never cool enough to have done LSD, skating on a roller skating rink turned me back to that insecure girl who was desperate to be liked. Being 32 years old, as a group of preteen girls skated past me, I thought, act cool, Jolene. Whatever you do, don't do that thing you do when you're nervous where you smile and then you drool on yourself. I spent every Friday night from the age of 13 to 15 years old at a roller skating rink. During this time in my life, rolling around and around in the shiny hardwood floors of Saints North Skating Rink in Maplewood, Minnesota was the place to see and be seen in the early 90s. I was first introduced to Saints North by a popular girl named Chris, whom I befriended in 7th grade English class. Ooh, see, this is what I'm into. That and like the kid with the 2 first names. Within days of meeting me, she invited me out for a Friday night at Saints North. I was nervous, knowing all of her cool friends were going to be there. I really wanted them to like me. That Friday, I spent hours planning my outfit, curling my hair, teasing my bangs. This was 1993, and flat bangs were a social death sentence. If your bangs weren't curled, teased, and then drowned in Aussie hairspray, you might as well stay home forever. I was feeling great as Chris and I entered the front door of Saints North, but soon realized that Chris was holding a large E-Spirit tote bag. I inquired, "What's in the bag? What's in the bag?" She smiled and said, "My skates." My throat sank into my stomach. I had no idea people bought their own skates. They don't. They don't bring their own skates. People don't. If you bring your own skates, you're a fucking loser. I'm sorry. That's the roller skating rink I grew up in. We were all kind of poor. No, if you brought your own skates, like, ew, what? Ew, you brought skates? You fucking rent a fucking skate. Get the same color skate as everyone else. Brought your own skates. Bring your own fucking rink? That would not be cool to me. I would have been like, that's annoying. I would have fucking hated that, actually. I've been very verbal about it. Okay. My skates. My throat sank into my stomach. I had no idea people brought their own skates. Then I looked around and noticed every single girl at the rink was carrying an E-Spirit tote bag with their own skates inside. I stuck out like the kid who wore his snow boots all school year. Strike one. Ashamed, I quickly snuck up to the front desk where they rented skates. I then sat alone on a carpeted bench and hurriedly laced up my rentals. As I watched Chris walk over and greeted her friends, I sat staring at each of their crisp white skates, each perfectly accented with colorful laces. I looked down, completely embarrassed by my fecal colored rentals. I just hoped that my bangs were so perfectly coiffed that no one would find it necessary to look down at my feet. It took all of my strength and nerve to get off the bench and start approaching Chris and her popular friends. When I was within an earshot of the group, a 6th grade boy in a pair of rollerblades skated up to me, pointed at me, and yelled out, "Nice mental rentals, loser," and then skated away. To this day, I've never wanted to punch someone in the face more than I did that kid. I watched as the group of girls looked down at my feet, and all I saw was judgment on their faces. Strike two. Despite being outed for donning mental rentals, I stood outside of the circle behind Chris as not to appear too pushy. There's nothing teenage girls hate more than some new girl trying to social bomb their clique. Thankfully, Chris grabbed me by the arm and pulled me into their circle. "This is my new friend Jolene. She's cool." All the girls smiled at me and introduced themselves. I felt a sense of relief, a relief I hadn't felt since 6th grade. In my 6th grade, I was still in elementary school and I was cool, but cool in 6th grade just meant that you were good at kickball and selected to be in charge of the class pet, Chili the Chinchilla, or the fastest in your class. I feel like that was always the biggest thing growing up. It's like, I'm the fastest, I'm faster than you, but I'm the fastest in my class. Nuh-uh, who's fast? Nuh-uh, okay, then go ahead. 1, 2, 3, go. No, you started first. That, like, the fastest is always like, I said this to my nephew the other day. I'm like, is it a big deal if you're the fastest in the class? And he was like, he's 9, without missing a beat. He was like, I'm the fastest. I'm the fastest. I'm the fastest. I was like, no. I'm not asking who. Is it like a big deal?
He's like, well, Lucas said he was last year, but he wasn't. I beat him. I'm the fastest in the class. You can ask anyone. I'm like, okay, so yes, right? Obviously, yes. All right, back to the story. Never mind that. Let's get into a story about a girl named blah, blah, blah that adored me. So we started talking, getting familiar, spending a lot of time so we could build a relationship. Okay. Despite having 2 strikes against me in the first 15 minutes of my arrival, I seemed to be fitting in. I laughed at all of their jokes and made affirmative statements like, I love that ditty by Paperboy too. And just when I thought I was in, one of the popular girls whispered to another girl and started laughing. I started laughing too. Hopefully they would let me join in on the joke eventually, but willing to continue laughing just because they were. What are you wearing? Asked Amy, a pretty girl with long hair and long blonde hair. Each strand was curled into a perfect ringlet, which at that time solidified her place in the popular group. Oh, I don't know, I responded, confused as to why she was asking something she clearly should have been able to see. Maybe she went temporarily blind and was just asking so she could paint a picture of me in her head, I silently assured myself. It's weird, she said, and then continued laughing. Her laugh seemed to set off a trigger in the other girls, and soon they were all looking at me and laughing. At this time, I didn't understand what was weird about my outfit. I opened up my legs and I started just being Carrie, and I took that girl and I fucking sprayed her. I'm sorry. I would beat this bitch's face. I hate this bitch. I'm just watching this and I'm listening to this and I hate this bitch. I hate this. It's weird, bitch. What are you wearing, ass bitch? I fucking hate her. Sorry, YouTube, but I hate that bitch. I know that bitch. Sometimes I could have been that bitch in a former life. I hate her. She needs to get pushed. Her parents don't love her. You know what I mean? Her dad drinks. Like, her mom is out late and is like too pretty to like be with her dad. And everyone says it, I feel like, with that girl. You know, give her a break. She doesn't mean it. She's gonna be like worn out in like 4 years. But still a bitchy thing to do. Okay. When I left the house, I was positive that chic jeans and a t-shirt with a tropical fish that said Florida on it was the definition of style. My mom surprised me with the shirt during our vacation to Florida. I couldn't believe my own mother would set me up to look weird. Or maybe she would. Maybe she was too far out of her disparaging teen years to realize what her gift would do to me. In that moment, I wished I would have come up with a better response to Amy's question. I should have told her that I'd been wearing cool clothes, but on the way to the roller skating rink, I was jumped by a group of fashionably challenged girls who stole my clothes, forced me to wear these weird ones. Or better yet, I should have played the sympathy card and told her that my outfit was actually my great-grandmother's dying wish. I beg of you, Jolene, please wear this tropical fish souvenir t-shirt and a pair of chic jeans one last time for me. Apparently, I had been left out of the 7th grade fashion conference where they informed you that wearing souvenir t-shirts was the antithesis of cool. That night, I learned that there are only certain times in life that you can wear t-shirts obtained while on vacation. A, while on vacation. B, from the ages of 1 to 10 years old. And C, from the ages of 60 years old to death. Strike 3. I was now positive that I had ruined my chances to be popular in junior high. I was instead destined for a life of social mediocrity and eating chicken nuggets alone at the end of some lunch table full of other misfits. I was just about ready to slowly skate my way in defeat when they stopped laughing. The attention had been turned away from me when the girls spotted a group of 7th grade boys congregated near the sticker machine. Let's go get stickers, Marissa, the leader of the group, instructed. All it took was 6 guys from the hockey team to make my horrible fashion choices 2 minutes ago. When we arrived to the sticker machine, we stood near the boys but never actually spoke to them. They looked over at us and we'd pretend not to see them. Then we'd look over at them and they'd completely ignore us. This lasted for about 30 years. At the time, it was the most fun I ever had. Each girl placed 75 cents in the sticker machine, hoping they'd get the glittery Playboy bunny. but I was the only one who got it. Oh my God. Oh my God. The foreshadow. Oh my God. The symbolism. Like, this is insane. My luck was looking up. After standing at the sticker machine for an hour, Marissa decided she had to use the restroom, which then inspired the urge in us all. No one actually used the restroom when we were in there because, according to Amy, that would have been totally gross. Instead, we all stood at the mirror, carefully examining our faces, applying pressed powder to cover every inch of our skin. I pulled out of my pocket a small vial of Elizabeth Arden's Red Door, perfume that I had stolen from my mom before I left the house that night. Oh my God, that just took me back to like fucking like 1997. My friend's mom used to wear it and she would drive a Volvo. And I thought that was like the nicest car because her leather seats were like so nice. And they parked their car in a garage, not like outside. Like, I didn't know people had like a room to park a car. And I remember like smelling that and thinking it was just like old rich bitch. I pulled out of my pocket a small vial of Elizabeth Arden's Red Door perfume that I had stolen from my mom before I left the house that night. This was the first time I had ever worn perfume, so I sprayed it on very liberally, hoping the girls would be impressed by my fancy fragrance. After my 9th spray, Kate, a petite girl whom Chris said had locked herself in a restroom stall the Friday before because she claimed nobody knows the real me, started having a coughing fit. Suddenly, the ladies' restroom was a scene of panic as she began hyperventilating. She fell to the floor, motioning that she could not breathe. Hearing the commotion, 2 employees rushed in the restroom and carried her out. They placed her on the ground next to the sticker machine, and one of them yelled out, "Call 911!" Everyone surrounded Kate as she began to convulse uncontrollably. When the paramedics arrived, they placed an oxygen mask on her face and checked her vitals. After about 20 minutes, they removed the oxygen mask and sat her up. The 6th grade boy who had pointed out my mental rentals earlier that night skated inside the circle that had formed around Kate and asked, "What stinks?" Kate pointed to me and said, "It's her perfume." Everyone then started sniffing around me and making a face like they had just smelled Carry On. I don't know what that is. The popular girls who I had worked so hard to befriend inched away from me. I became the girl with the life-threatening scent. Elizabeth Arden had failed me. No more strikes. I was out. I turned around defeated and skated towards the front desk. I returned my mental rentals, called my mom from a payphone, begging her to pick me up. Payphones dialed down the center, 1-800-CALLATT. Begging her to pick me up. On the way home, we had to drive with all the windows down because, as my mom explained, "Joe, with most things in life, a little bit goes a long way." 3 weeks later, I summoned the courage to return to St. North's with Chris. Chris had explained that Kate was a drama queen and had faked the whole attack so people would pay attention to her. Classic. Chris pushed me back into their circle, and soon the popular girls let me stand near them without ridicule. Throughout the 3 years I spent at Saints North, I learned a lot of important life lessons. I learned that you can be yourself, but if you do, you'll never make it in junior high. I gave my entire collection of souvenir t-shirts to my younger brother. I let him learn the hard way like I had. Instead, I borrowed fashionable t-shirts from my new friends and finally convinced my parents that if they didn't buy me a pair of Gearbod jeans and white roller skates, I would just die. Oh, that was it? That wasn't bad. That wasn't like depression. That was great. Oh my God, that was fucking. Wait, what? Where'd I go? I'm right here. That was great. That was great. That was great. That was great. That was fucking great. Let me see. I know I got some in the email. That was awesome. I want it longer. I want it like a pilot for a show about a kid. It's so good. Advice your parents never gave you because they were drunk. Okay, I'm going to read this one. Then I'm going to check my email for the other ones. Okay. All right. This one is. Let me add to the stage. Pale girl, advice your parents never gave you because they were drunk. Oh, the kitty, the kitty, kitty, the kitty, the kitty, 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 the kitty, 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 the kitty, kitty, kitty. I never thought I'd be a cat person. Oh, for my birthday, we're doing a cat fundraiser. Deal with it. August 29th. This is Saturday. I'm going to my cousin's house. We might have to do it Friday, although I'm going to my sister's. I'll figure it out. Maybe the 30th, although I fucking hate doing it after. Parents are supposed to prepare their children for the future. They are responsible for instilling values, teaching them right from wrong, and sharing knowledge that will help their children to maneuver throughout life's many obstacles. I thought my parents did a good job advising me on the ways of the world until I reached my 30s and realized that they left out a lot of information. I began seeing cracks in my foundation and the foundation of those around me. This discovery left me feeling confused, afraid, angry. However, rather than blaming my parents for my ignorance to the world around me, I put myself in their shoes. I recommend you also do this. If you too begin to realize there is so much out there that your parents never warned, taught, told you about. It helps to consider the following. A, maybe your parents never intended to be parents. Maybe the Trojan man missed the party that night and they just did the best they could. 2, maybe your parents find that watching you stumble throughout life has been more entertaining than any television show that has ever aired, even the new season of Mad Men. Or C, maybe your parents were never sober long enough to string together a coherent sentence, let alone prepare you for the world. I'm sorry. It's only when we consider these logical explanations that we might be able to move forward, learn, take control of our own destinies. In the meantime, I would like to offer up some life advice. Warning, the opinions stated below are sarcastic, snarky, and maybe filled with a little too much sass for your frass. Reader discretion is advised. For the ladies. 1. One of the worst things an adult woman can do is communicate in a cutesy, whiny baby voice. Some women think this baby voice helps them get what they want because it's cute, but let me tell you, baby talk is not cute, even when babies do it. Adult women who purposely speak in a squeaky baby voice are worse than being locked in a room and forced to watch Paris Hilton's 2008 movie, The Hottie and the Naughty. Also, I feel like it's a little pedophilic. That's like if you're using a voice of a child and then that's what is the bridge to engaging in sex. Just for me, right? No one else. That's a little fucking weird for me. 2, don't use tanning beds. Tanning beds decrease brain function and kill rainbows. Now, I'm not saying this just because I lack pigmentation in my skin and I'm unable to get a tan, but I'm saying this because my pet bunny was eaten by a tanning bed. This should only be special rules for certain people. Others, I would advise, certain people, I would say to do some of these things. 3, guys will cheat on you, even the religious ones, bitch, especially the religious ones. Now, I'm not saying that all the men you date will cheat, but I guarantee you at least one will. And when that happens, you will be surprised, hurt, feel fat, maybe even taken back for a brief period of time, and then have trust issues for eternity. It's a fun cycle. That's why God invented therapy and Klonopin. Take advantage of God's great gifts. If you get cheated on, it's over. If you get cheated on and you're trying to get over it, you think you can get over it, bitch, fucking newsflash, you're never going to get over it. Ever. 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 You will be sitting across from this motherfucker having dinner 7 nights a week, and you can smile and pretend and you can move on. In the back of your head, you want to knock this motherfucker out. Okay? Once you get cheated on, you find out it's done. Don't try to salvage it. Don't try to nothing. Nothing. You're never gonna get over it. You're always gonna hate him. And then you're gonna resent yourself for staying with someone who cheated on you. And you're gonna resent yourself. But you might not even want to get there. So you're gonna just completely fucking hate them. And you're never gonna be happy. Just go. Go. Let them go. That's my advice. Okay. 4. If you are outspoken and smart, some guys will call you the B word. If you are quiet and reserved, some guys will call you the B word. If you are promiscuous, some guys will call you the B word. If you are saving yourself for the reincarnation of Corey Haim like I am, some guys will call you the B word. Moral of the story, you're not a B word. Some men just have very small vocabularies and are angry every second of the day that they are forced to keep their hands out of their pants. I don't know if that's true today. I feel like bitch is reserved for someone who literally, I feel like because people like didn't like being called, women, girls, anyone, men who've gotten out of prison, don't like being called a bitch, and it's like a knee-jerk reaction. I feel like it's really like calmed down and only reserved for someone who's being like a huge bitch. Maybe that's just me, I don't know. 5, there are rules when you are in a public restroom. A, don't leave the toilet unflushed. I understand you want to run out of there as quickly as possible so that you can forget what happened in there as soon as possible, but first turn around and flush. B, don't talk on your cell phone. This restroom is a sacred space where women have been pretending to not do anything for centuries. Don't make it more uncomfortable for the rest of us than it already is. C, don't talk to each other through the stalls. None of the ladies in the restroom care that you lost 25 pounds on the HCG diet. Even the friend you are telling in the stall next to you doesn't care. We're all thinking, I wonder if she has any of that human growth hormone in her purse, and could we successfully wrestle her for it? D, don't make noises. Do you really need attention that badly? Zip it with the humming, heavy breathing, whistling, and loud sighs. E, don't leave the restroom without washing your hands. Just remember that every time your hands go unwashed, Chris Angel gets another poor girl to hook up with him. Do you really want to be responsible for that? Let me add on to this. I have a friend, her name is Nikisha, and she was like telling me this like bit that she has for like stand up, or what she would say. And it was about going into the bathroom. And she was like, I don't know. And she was like kind of going off on it. She's like, I don't know like what these bitches do in there. She's like, why is there piss on the toilet seat? Why is there shit on the toilet seat? Is there a fucking Snickers wrapper in the shit on the toilet seat? And I didn't know women's bathrooms were like that. I thought it was like the cleanest place. 6, females always hate the prettiest girl in the room, even if we don't know you. It's just girl code. If that's you, don't fret. At least you can go home and cry in a mirror while you stare at your gorgeous face, while the rest of us must shower with the lights off. 7, don't waste your time cyberbullying your teenage daughter's frenemies. You're an adult, so act like one. Instead of cyberbullying your husband's girlfriend, cyberbully your husband's girlfriend. She's the one who's been driving your Camry while you're out of town. Damn. It's the ones up in your prom picture. So long with ya. Now they want to creep in your man Jeep. 8, don't join a book club under the guise that you just love reading. We all know that these groups should really be called "No one else will hang out with us, so I guess we'll pretend to read together" groups. I love that one. 9, many men out there will try to split the check with you while out on dates. This might catch you off guard, but you must never agree to go Dutch or pick up the entire tab. That perpetuates the stereotype that women are bad at math. For the guys, between 18 and 23 years old, it is okay. So this whole like list thing is giving me very like, this would be funny, or like I could see it in like a No Sex in the Champagne Room song to Chris Rock type thing. 1, between 18 and 23 years old, this is for the guys. It is expected for you to be the loud, belligerent guy at the party, but once you hit 24, it's over. It is then you must put down the 40 ounce of natty ice, retire your outside voice, and brush your teeth. If you start brushing your teeth as much as you drink, you'll get a job. Maybe for a company like Crest, who will offer excellent benefits, and there's nothing sexier to a woman than a guy with full dental coverage. 2, violence is bad, but can also be the solution to many serious issues. These issues include bankruptcy, healthcare reform, addiction, and obesity. Examples: if you smoke one more cigarette, I'm going to punch you in the face. Or B, I'd like to pay off the entire balance on my $29.99% interest rate credit card with a drop kick to your mouth. Problems solved. 3, don't get married until you're ready. Basically, that means you should get married when you are out of shape, desperate, or develop some kind of chronic syndrome that requires daily assistance. Sure, check your current lady friend and may say, if you don't marry me soon, I'm out. However, she probably won't actually leave. We women say this sort of thing all the time and never really mean it. Instead of leaving, she'll probably stop being intimate with you and blame you for why she's unhappy every day, which is what I hear happens in marriage anyway. So why add a contract on top of that? Or just don't get married at all. Marriage it's outdated. Weddings are outdated. Marriage is even more outdated. 4, don't ever wear a form-fitting, white-ribbed tank top shirt in public. You are only to be seen in this type of attire under 2 circumstances. 1, when starring in an episode of Cops. Or 2, if you are asked by Petey Pablo to take your shirt off, twist it around your head, and spin like a helicopter to North Carolina. Money raise up. This one's for you. This one's for who? Us. North Carolina. Yes. Petey Pablo, raise up. Yes. 2005, maybe 4. Great fucking song. So underrated. 5, dream big, but within reason. There is a 0 to slim chance you will ever be in the NBA, NFL, NHL, MLB, MENSA, B2K, or the ACLU. Instead, keep your dreams more realistic. There's a good chance you could be in the NRA and or jail. 6, don't talk about working out. Women don't care to hear about your workout regimen. We just want you to look good, pay off our student loans, pretend to care about when we're telling you a 37-minute story about a woman in spin class who wears only her sports bra and a pair of short shorts, and how offensive that is. 7, don't overly groom your eyebrows. If your arch becomes higher than mine, our relationship will end in no time. If your arch is higher than mine, the relationship will end in no time. 8, women will cheat on you. Even the woman you met at church who sends you 72 text messages a day that say, I love you. Now, that doesn't mean every woman you date will cheat on you, but I guarantee you at least one will. And when that happens, you'll immediately try, unsuccessfully, to replace her. You will also tell all of your friends and family that being cheated on was actually the best thing that ever happened to you because it turned you into a gym rat. You'll tell them that you now spend all the time at the gym feeling the burn instead of the heartbreak. However, in reality, you go home every night alone and eat a couple boxes of Velveeta shells and cheese, watch episodes from season 4 of Felicity, and cry into Sassy, the cat you just adopted. 9, don't tan in a tanning bed. When a guy tans in a tanning bed, it sends the wrong message. It screams, I'm that guy who wears a Bluetooth in each ear and my Facebook profile picture is of me holding a guitar that I don't know how to play. It is my hope that my advice will be retweeted by at least 2 people. And then that I will know that I've made a difference. Thank you for reading. This is why we break into the ancient texts. This is why. These are the Dead Sea Scrolls. Okay, let me check my email now. Let me see. Oh, hun, no, we don't know. No, we don't have leaders here. This is free for all. If you could send it, if you could email it to me. Hi, sorry, I've been reading. Hi, sorry. Great stuff. Great stuff. Great stuff. Go ahead and send it to this old. I don't know. Approve it. I don't even know. Approve how? Where? What do you mean approve? Approve? What do you mean? There's. How do I approve it? I don't even know how to do. How do I do that? You need links on very roads, very, very rude. And it's very harsh, very, very harsh. I think that is very, very harsh. How do I do that? How do I approve links? I'm live streaming on YouTube using StreamYard. I don't have any moderators. Someone is asking me to approve a link. How the hell do I do that?
Hold on, checking. If you're talking about a link in your live chat, you can't approve that inside StreamYard. Open YouTube on your phone, find your stream, and go to live chat. Tap the message there, and if you're the channel owner, you should see an option to show or approve it. Just know.
Thank you. You talk too slow. Well, you know what? Given we just gave Homegirl the complete fucking. Where's this hoe? We gave what's her name? Emily C. She was moderator for a month. You know what? I didn't pick that voice, bitch. I didn't pick that voice, bitch. I had a boy. I asked for him back. I'm like, where's Ethan? We named him Ethan. We had a thing. Now I get this fucking slow, high ass bitch. Children. There is a class leader. Jules, USMC, new member. Welcome, Jules. Welcome to the family, Jules. I grew up loving the. Ooh, how do I? What? This is weird. I grew up. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. I grew up loving the Coreys. Watched every of their films. Watched every of their films. Every one probably of their films. Lost Boys, License to Drive, Ricky Schroeder. Grew up down the street from my grandparents. 1990, he had a huge birthday bash. Corey Feldman was there. Thank you. Joan became a new member. Joan, shit. She said, I already did it once. Let me do it again. Became a new member deuce times. Jory Lane Lunzer says the roller skating story turned into a joke I performed on stage, and that became my closer. I'll send you the link to it. You're doing amazing, sweetie. Thank you, mama. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, great. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Jimmy, for doing this. We love your mama, Jolene. Isn't she just a real fucking peach and makes me feel like normal, actually. Makes me feel normal, to be honest. Okay. Valhalla is gonna trip. Valhalla's too thirsty for wrenches. I don't like a thirsty bitch. Damn, I hate a shy bitch. Damn, you hate a shy bitch. Okay. Mad thirsty for wrenches. Will suck dick for wrenches. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, I don't need no bottom ass bitch up in here trying to. What time is it? 2? Why can't I just keep anything nice? Why can't we just keep anything nice? Okay, I got it. Go tap. Wait, can I? Wait, will it alert him? Wait. Pause. I have the link. Pause. Wait, can I do that? Can I do that? Mother Oats? Hold on. Hold. Stop everything. No, shut the TV off. No, you've ruined it. Now we got to figure this out. I think I can type in someone's name and it does alert them on their phone. Should we just do it because we're being ditzy girls? Let's just fucking do it. I think we should just do it. Fuck it. Let's do it. Mother Oats, let's do it.
I'm a ditzy girl because I'm a fucking giggler.
Okay, but you have to do it too, Mother Oats, to your channel too. You do it. Do it right now. We'll both press do it at the same time. Listen, if he responds and wants to like whatever, I can keep a secret. I'm just saying. Done. I'm just saying. It's all Greek to me. You know what I mean? It's all Greek to me. Oh my God, look at you moderating. You don't have to do. These hoes need to learn self-reliance. They gotta do shit on their own. They gotta find it. Don't go giving them everything. If they ask, say fucking go find it. Learn. You know what I mean? Like, we gotta get their brain cells working again. Too much is done for them so quickly. Okay, let's see. But you do it whatever you want, darling. You do it whatever you want. Okay. Studio. Wait, Mother Oats, I'm gonna see right now. Oh, we lost 7 subscribers since earlier today. Isn't that wonderful? Dude, my favorite thing ever that we've ever done was before during trial 2 in the morning at the end of a live stream when I would start rapping Little Kim and then I would watch the number of people watching go down like 150 because we would talk that shit and we would do that shit. I like him. He's funny, but does he always have to talk about the gay and then the his mouth? It's filthy. Paste the channel URL of. Oh yeah, we can do it. Oatsy, we can do it. Oatsy, we can do it. Bitch. Fuck everyone. I love you so much. Yes, let's do it. Hi, Peter. Why don't you answer my emails? Oh, I can't right now. I need a second. I need a minute. Oh my God, I need a minute.
Think back to those special times.
Hold me closer, tiny Nanza.
When those special Nan moments touched your heart. And nothing else mattered but true love.
'Cause I'm your Brian, and you are my name.
Own all those moments once again on one CD.
Nothing you can do can
Keep men away from bride, from bride. Nothing you can say can keep men away from bride, from bride. All together in one place for one low price. Men in LTL, LTL. Men in LTL. Don't miss this once in a lifetime opportunity. Manual and LTL. Manual and LTL. Manual LTL. 5 decades, 5 genres, 1 CD. Tell me if you want her to give you all my love. Promise I'll be good to you. Don't miss this once in a lifetime chance. Brian and Nan, so crazy, my baby. I'm not myself lately. I'm foolish, I don't do this. I've been playing my strings. Fall in love and bark at the moonlight. Music, try to hide from the kids, but you know that man barks at the moonlight heat in the dark. As you remember all the classics. Seems to me you live your life like an annual in the wind, never knowing who to cling to when the rain set in. For a one-time super chat payment of $499.99. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Making me curious. Hit after hit. To believe that it's all growing back for me. It's all growing back. It's all growing back for me now. There's something for every mood in this collection. Quasi-manuals like brides. Quasi-manuals like brides. You won't skip a song. Manual, if you give it to me, I'll give it to you. You know what I want. You know I got it. Manual, if you give it to me, I'll give it to you. You know what I want. You know I got it. Brian, if you give it to me, I'll give it to you. Pick up the phone and call now.
Okay. 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 Oates, did you do it? Did you do it? Did you do it? You did it. Okay. Okay. Don't push me in the water. I have to test it with my toes. Oh shit. Okay, I did not make main head where they can like go in and like do the things. No. Standard. Okay. You're hot, but no one's that hot. Okay. This is my classroom we're talking about here. Okay. No, main one. No one's the main one. No, ew. You guys give men too much. No. We'll try this one. See if he comes in, teaches us about like, I don't know, how to cook goat on Easter on a spigot. I don't know. Michelle, I saw your comment. Michelle paid you $20 on Venmo. Amazing entertainment. Thank you very much, Michelle. That's very kind of you. You did not have to do that. Thank you very much. He is the main one. No, because the other one is too much. It's too much power. Too much money, power, respect. Look at it's permissions, moderators. Okay, right. So it's like you can like, I don't know, you could do okay, standard moderators. They moderate the channel. They remove comments, viewer posts, which is already too much power. And they can hold your messages. Managing moderators, which is the main one, which is what you guys want Homie to have. He can also manage blocked words, change chat modes and live stream. Ooh. Because then, like, if he comes in, like, he might not have to type anything, but if he does, like, a secret, like, the chat has been slowed down. That's his way of letting me know. No, maybe. I'll think about it. Maybe. I'll change it right after this. Late at night when all the world is sleeping, I want to go to Greece with you. And I still can't believe that you said that was Tzatziki. I know that was all you. It was all you. Oh, I'm sorry. Gross. Thank you, Jimmy, for doing this. We love your mama, Jolene. Thank you. Yes, I know. Thank you. Queen Valerie. Jolene is the best. She is a good fucking mod, dude. She really is. Great job, Jolene. A+. You and Joe are the same, dude. It's good, weird. It's weird. It's weird. Watch Peter come in here and start putting people in timeout, bitch. Oof. The way I would fucking, this chair, if he put everyone in timeout right now, this chair would disappear. I would just swallow it whole. I'd be like this on the floor, like this. I'd be like, Oates, come get me. Yeah. And then Oates would see what happened. He would see the chair just gone, disappeared. And I'd be like, he'd be like, oh, Peter timed someone. I'd be like, Peter timed someone out. He timed someone out. Yeah. Furniture gone. 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 Okay. Let's watch our. Oh my goodness. Kristen paid you $7.77 on Cash App. What is positive numbers? Let me read it. Sometimes people do like a thing. I'll read it. $7. Pure talent. Jolene is pure talent, but thank you. Yes, very kind. Very kind. Very kind. Yeah, 777. It's a positive number. Brevity, why are you hating? I don't see you throwing any coin my way. Acting like you can come and talk shit on other people throwing a bitch coin. Yeah, that's right. You better follow with a compliment. That's right. Don't you yell at my don't you yell at that. Don't. How many? 12. 12. I'm surprised. 12. Okay. All right, let's watch. Let's watch Jarlene Lanza. 6 minutes. Ooh, I'm excited. Okay.
When I was like in 6th grade, 7th grade, like I wasn't killing it in the popularity contest. Like I had to get braces 3 separate times, you guys. Twice on my teeth and once on my legs. It was a lot. And I like desperately wanted to be popular so bad. And now I have this fantasy that I'm gonna do a show in Minnesota and those popular girls that didn't accept me are gonna show up and be like, you're cool, Jolene, you're good enough. And I remember, you guys, in 6th grade, there was this girl and she was so popular and her name was Beth Thompson. And she was like tan all year round, which is like a fucking unicorn in Minnesota. How do you do it, Beth? And once I got to 7th grade, like everyone at the time, it was the mid-90s, and we were all going roller skating at St. North Roller Skating Rink. Do you guys remember this place in Maplewood, Minnesota? It was like the thing to do, like fetus, you might not know, baby girl, but roller skating was this thing people did, like skating rink. Do you guys remember this place in Maplewood, Minnesota? It was like the thing to do, like fetus, you might not know, baby girl.
Fetus, probably a young girl.
Roller skating was this thing people did. They had wheels on their feet, and you had your own skates or you had mental rentals. They were brown.
And they love it.
A mess. But I would go, and I remember I really wanted this popular group of girls to like me. And I kind of studied them, like what they wore, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna show up in a super fresh outfit. And and I'm gonna kill it, and they're gonna want to be my friend. So I remember this, you guys. I had this T-shirt because my parents had just went on a vacation without me. When you-
Cancun, I still have the fucking t-shirt. Why did they go without me and my sister? And why did they leave us with that aunt? Oh my God. Yes. Fuck.
have functioning alcoholic parents. Sometimes they Kevin McAllister you and leave you home alone. They still loved me. They still went to all my softball games. They were just at the wrong field cheering for the wrong girl. We're at the Bloody Mary bar. It was really fun. So they brought me a Florida t-shirt back home, you guys. And it just said Florida. There's all this tropical fish. I was like, oh God, I'm gonna kill it. And I paired it with this really cute teal pair of Jabot jeans from Jabot jeans. Oh, they were like the really expensive jeans where you had to like tell your parents, I will fucking kill myself if you don't buy me one of these. That's what I did. I was like, I'll kill myself. They're like, fine, here. And you had to tuck the t-shirt in just enough so you could see the Jabot and feel better than people. Yes. It was so cute. It was so great. So I had this outfit. And so I remember I'm at Saints North. I see the popular girls. I'm like, I got this shit. I got this. There was this nice girl, Chris, who's actually here in the audience tonight. She was bringing me to introduce me to these cool girls. I was so excited. And at the time, I think a very popular song was SWV. You guys remember Sisters with Voices? They were like, OG Destiny's Child. Oh, and they had their song on, Weak in the Knees, and I was like, I'm ready. So I'm just warming up on my skates, and I just skate over, and I was like, I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly speak. And as I just get there, one of their popular friends, Shelly, looks at me, and she goes, what the fuck are you wearing, Jolene? And I was just like, I lose all control. Skated away, devastated, you guys, devastated. So the next week, I was like, okay, not the clothes. Maybe the smell, because at the time, Bath and Body Works was a really big store that was picking up, and everyone had like smelling like pear and cucumber melon and stuff. And I had begged my mom to give me some body spray, and she was like, no, your natural scent is beautiful. And I was like, shut up, bitch, you're ruining my life. So I broke into her perfume cabinet and took some of her perfume. And she was wearing, at the time, you guys, Elizabeth Arden's Red Door perfume. Yeah, which if you don't know, baby girl, smells like a 45-year-old divorcee going through a horrible custody battle. So wearing this at 13 was not cool. And I just took a bath in the shit. I was like, oh, I get so weak in the knees, just whatever. And I was like, I got this. And I skated up to the same girls. And before I even got close to touch them, one of the girls, Katie, fell to the ground and started having a coughing fit because of how I smelled. And the paramedics had to come in the middle of Saints North roller skating rink. And when they asked her what was wrong, she was like, Jolene stinks! And we're just sitting there watching, just like, yeah, okay, I want to give it a minute in case she dies. I can just join the group. She survived, so I was like, I lose all control. And so I just skated away. And I thought, well, that's my last chance. I'm just never going to be popular. And then finally, at the end of 7th grade, Beth Thompson and her friends skated up to me, you guys. Me. And I was so excited. And Beth was like, hey, Jolene, want to play a game? I was like, hell yeah, Beth Thompson. I'll wait my whole life to play a game with you. And she was like, all right, hold out your hand. And so I held up my hand. And she said, okay, where would you like your house? I'm like, oh, okay, if this is like the property, I guess I'll just have it on the middle. Yeah. And then she was like, where would you like your garage? I was like, well, probably next to the house, preferably attached. It's a sign of affluence. I want to do well later in life. And then she said, where would you like your garden? I was like, well, maybe in the back to the right corner. That's where my parents have a garden. My dad gardens all the time. He grows like cucumbers and tomatoes, and he wins contests on the pumpkins that he grows. You guys can go over and check them out, or we can kill my dad, whatever you guys want to do. And then she said, where would you like your pool? And before I could answer, she spit in the middle of my hand. And I rubbed it all over my face. It was the best day of my fucking life. Finally, me and Beth together forever. I love her.
First lesbian.
I haven't thought about where do you want the pool in so long. I haven't thought about where do you want the pool in so long. Oh shit, I'm gonna try that out. I'm gonna use that as a pickup line. I'm gonna try that out. Pickup line in a pickup pool. It's the worst game ever. Yeah, until you're like slutty like me and you think about how you could do it in like a slutty way. Yes. Oh, because here's the thing, and I feel like Valerie has this too, where there's just certain women that are like strong in their like womanness, and it's not like in a masculine way. It's like they're like strong feminine traits. Like a lot of like you could think of like a strong woman is like strong. Like a lot of strong characteristics are like inherently masculine, right? But there are some that are like strong in like their feminine ways. Val is like that. Jolene is like that. There are some that are like that, and I've always noticed that women who are like that, other bitches will be like, "Why do I'm not a lesbian. I really like guys, but there's something. Why I would play with her tits. I don't know why, but I would. I don't know. I'm not a lesbian, but I would. I have a crush on her. I like. Yeah, it's one of those. It's one of those. One of those. Yeah. All right, let me check my email and see what I got. Oh my god, the thick neck story, the strong neck story. I love your parents. I fucking love your parents. They seem like such good people. Let me check, see if anyone. Jolene, if you think there is like a you have to read this one now story, you can send it or post it and I'll read it. But I might pick like one or two more. Smart Femme magazine. Muck Rock performing a security check. Articles. He tried to kidnap me, or maybe it was locker room talk. Bust magazine. Oh no, we can't find the page you were looking for. This looks fun. When I was 14, I attended Catholic high school in Minnesota. That's right, I was a Catholic schoolgirl. I wore the uniform and all. Think Britney Spears and Baby One More Time, but instead of dancing in an exposed midriff, there was acne, pale skin, and a fully buttoned t-shirt. Every day I rode the bus to and fro school. My house is a mile from my bus stop, which felt like 10 miles when walking in penny loafers. Bitch, shut the fuck up, dude. Stop everything. Stop everything right now. I wore penny loafers fucking freshman year of Catholic high school, and I put pennies in them because I thought it was like cool, and it was cool. And I would pick like the shiniest ones. Fuck you, dude. Also, when you mentioned your Florida shirt and I said Cancun shirt, my parents went to Cancun in 1994. This is my dad's t-shirt he bought for himself, not me. I was a kid, but I have it. It's my favorite one. It's my favorite shirt ever. It's all like torn in the back and ripped, but it's like one of his. I have like two of his shirts. And it's my favorite one. I highlight me low key. Okay, because that doesn't let me open it for some reason. Mom's blogs, the mighty anxiety warrior. Okay. Afraid to answer the door. For almost 22 years of my life, I didn't answer the door. Oh, okay. I don't know what this is about. It looks good though. They're all good. All right, let me shale. Shale. Present. Did the orphanage give you that shirt since your mom left you there with it? My mother did not leave me at the orphanage. Duh. Who you're confused? Are you thinking about Jen Altman or something? That's not me. I was not left in an orphanage. I was no. No, listen, we might have been fucked up, completely white trash, and had nothing. But everyone in my family loved the shit out of me. Sorry, Biv's inverted morals. Okay. Orphanage. Try to catch me off guard. Okay. Okay. Got it. For almost 22 years of my life, I didn't answer the door. Yeah, thank you, bitch. Thank you. Or have Peter come in here and time you out. That's right. He's a mod. He's a mod. Jolene left you there. I'm in my dead father's t-shirt. I am not taking family jokes lightly when you're speaking about being left at an orphanage and family when I'm in the t-shirt of my deceased dad. I want to take you seriously. Okay? So fucking read the room, LTL. Me too. Okay. For almost 22 years of my life, I Didn't Answer the Door by Jolene Lunzer. Bust locker room talk. Thank you. Got it. Got you. A little political though. Oh, here you go. Here you go. Here you go, guys. The fucking gay agenda. Here it is. Here, yeah. Read this funny one. Read this funny one. And then this one. It's just a little political, but just this one. Oh. Prismist was fucking right. Hashtag Prismist was right. I'm fucking sorry, guys. I'm sorry. You guys were right. Fuck that. You guys were right. I know. You were right. You were right. Deal with it. I don't know. You know, sometimes we all get lost. Okay. All right. Growing up, an unexpected knock at our front door was received differently by my parents. My dad hated it while my mom loved it. This caused a confusing divide in our family. Do we greet or retreat? My mom loved when people came knocking so much that she would occasionally hear phantom knocking at the door. You hear someone at the door? She'd asked, to which I'd remind her, no, Mom, we're in the car. Whether invited or not, she relished the opportunity to welcome guests into our home. I think this was in large part because entertaining gave her a reason to light the many candles that adorned our home. My mom had only one rule when it came to her candles. They were only to be lit for guests. Those of us living in the house were not candle worthy. I don't want to waste a wick, she'd like to remind us. My dad, on the other hand, chose to flee anytime someone came knocking, sometimes even when we invited them over. As my mom ran to the door like a kid on Christmas morning, my dad would jump up from his lazy boy recliner, hurry past her and say, don't open it until I get downstairs, Eileen. My dad treated an unexpected knock at our door like he had just heard tornado sirens. He hid in the basement, his man cave, to protect himself from being swooped by a funnel cloud of socializing. Although we were in a house divided, when my mom wasn't there, my brother and I didn't answer the door. Instead, we stuck to my dad's plan of acting like no one was home, closed the curtains, he'd insist upon hearing footsteps walking up our front stairs. Then we'd all head downstairs to hide. When my brother and I were home alone and someone came knocking, we assumed it was the end. Death was imminent. We hide and pray. This was the only time we embraced Catholicism. We'd huddle together and recite the Lord's Prayer in a whisper, hoping God would carry our souls to heaven, a place I was told during catechism classes was anything you wanted it to be. All I wanted it to be was a place where no one ever comes over unannounced. For almost 22 years of my life, I didn't answer the door, unless it was a friend whom I was expecting. And even then, they'd have to either call or text me when they arrived or yell through the door, "Hey, Jolene, it's me, Beb, it's me, Barb, it's Barb, my old friend Barb." It wasn't until I saw my door response through the eyes of another outside of the immediate family. It wasn't until I saw my door response through the eyes of another outside from of another. It wasn't until I saw my door response through the eyes of another outside of my immediate family that I realized this was an abnormal response. During my senior years of college, I say years because it took me 5 to get my bachelor's degree, me fucking too. I lived in an apartment with my then boyfriend. A few months after moving in, there was a knock at the front door at our apartment. Naturally, I froze and hid behind our couch. I assumed the boyfriend would do the same. I was shocked when he started walking toward the door. "Where are you going? Just be quiet and they'll go away," I whispered. He ignored my request. I walked to the front door. He walked to the front door. He ignored my request, walked to the front door, and opened it. I couldn't believe this dude was just trying to kill me. I closed my eyes and accepted the fact that I was destined to be an episode of ABC's 2020. After what seemed like an eternity, my boyfriend returned to the living room alone and asked, "Are you okay?" I shook my head, no. He looked at me confused. "It was just our neighbor. He locked himself out and needed to use my phone." "What are you so afraid of?" Without hesitation, I replied, "Everything." This was the first time I'd ever been honest with anyone about my anxiety, even myself. I felt both ashamed and free at the same time. Now, 14 years later, I have yet to shake all of my door demons. I am, however, finally able to answer the door on occasion when unexpected visitors come knocking. But I keep the metal screen door shut and locked just in case. I also throw a piece of the Lord's Prayer in for added protection. Give us this day our daily bread and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. I forgive you, unsolicited guest. Oh, I love that. That's such a cute story. I love that one. I like that one. I love that one. That one might be in the top 3 of today or 2. Yeah. Yeah, I like that one. Okay. The bust article is not coming up. It's saying bitch, this isn't. Oh wait, was that, what did you send me? Was it bust? Oh, locker. Oh, this one did come up. Okay, share this tab instead. Okay. He tried to kidnap me, or maybe it was just locker room talk by Julian Lunzer. Feminism. Ooh, it's broken down. Ooh, okay. Pussy power. I see that. Listen, Jolene, with your whole feminism thing, okay, and the whole pussy power thing. I was an activist in grad school for feminism. I was a part of the Free the Nipple movement. I cast a lot of the girls in that movie and of that documentary. I did, a boy, of like equality, of like how come a girl will get arrested, but a guy's big fat gross tits are out here. Like big time, 2013, big time, like running through the streets of New York with 1,000 topless people. Okay, like I went to fucking the new school, Parsons, dude. You don't get much more fucking. That's like Marxist. Okay, so all right. It was okay. Let's go. He tried to kidnap me, or maybe it was just locker room talk. By Jarlene Lunza. When I was 14, I attended a Catholic school. Blah, blah, blah. Get it together, Brian. When I was 14, I attended a Catholic high school in Minnesota. That's right, I was a Catholic schoolgirl. I wore the uniform and all. Think Britney Spears and Baby One More Time, but instead of dancing in an exposed midriff, there was acne, pale skin, and a fully buttoned shirt. Each day, I rode the bus to and from school. My house was about a mile from the bus stop, which felt like 10 miles when walking in penny loafers. About a month into the school year, I was walking home from the bus stop when, about halfway into my walk, I could hear a car driving slowly down the street behind me. I turned to see who it was. In the car was a man I didn't know. He appeared to be in his late 50s or early 60s. He was a heavier man with a head full of gray hair. After I looked at him, he sped up, circled the block a few times. As a street smart kid who was always aware of my surroundings, I became worried. Was this Santa Claus? No, it's not in there. I'm sorry. I want to get this right. I want to read it as you wrote it. Because artist, you wrote this. This is yours. I don't want to fuck it up. Okay. From a young age, my uncle. The uncle? Why'd the uncle come in here out of nowhere? Was that the uncle? Okay. From a young age, my uncle, who was a homicide detective, gave me an education in kidnapping 101. This education includes lessons like, I love like bulletins in the Jolene stories. Walk with your keys in your dominant hand. Place a key between your first two fingers in case you got to punch a would-be attacker, or you got to put something small in your fist to make your fist bigger. If someone grabs you, go for the eyes, or you got to take the nose thing and put that up and so it goes into their brain. Sister taught me that. Sorry, go for the eyes. Sure, we as women have been told that if we are being attacked by a guy, we go for the nuts. However, according to my uncle, the eyes are even better. Why? Because the natural reaction to getting poked in the eyes is to bring your hands up to your face, also impairing their vision is always a plus. Lock your car doors immediately upon entering. This gives possible attackers less time to hop into your car. When walking alone in public, make eye contact with those walking by you. Also, walk tall and with a purpose. Apparently, many would-be assailants look for women who appear to be preoccupied and not present. These bad guys have admitted to police they tend to steer clear of women who walk tall with purpose and make eye contact. One, because you appear as though you'll put up a fight. Two, because now you've seen them and could identify them in a lineup. They hate that. Wherever he, she, or they tell you that if you cooperate, they'll let you go. Don't fight. Wait, X that. Whether he, she, or they tell you that if you cooperate, they'll let you go, don't fight. Always fight. Most plan to kill you anyway, so why make it easier for them? I realize some of these tips can be anxiety inducing, especially for kids, but it's these tips that I think saved my life that day. I was about to cross the street from when the corner of my eye, I saw him driving toward me for a third time. He sped up, turned his car around in front of me, swung his car door open, and reached his arm out. Luckily, he wasn't close enough to get a hold of me, and then reached back in the car, threw something at my feet, and sped off. I looked down at what he had just thrown, and it was about 4 or 5 pornographic magazines. Sitting on top of my penny loafers were pictures of women and men involved in sex acts. I froze. In all my kidnapping 101 training, I never expected anyone to do this. I then heard the sound of tires screeching and saw that the man had made a U-turn and was heading back toward me. I kicked the magazines off my feet and began running. I ran faster than I knew I could. I was running in and out of people's yards, alleys, in between houses. 4, 5, 6 backflips, flip-flops, bend, spread eagle, flip-flop, one right after the other. My mind was moving even faster than my legs, and I realized that if I ran into my house, I'd be alone. My parents worked full-time, so I was a latchkey kid, something I liked up until that day. Also, I couldn't run home because then he knew where I lived. He could then come back to get me tomorrow. I decided I'd run to my neighbor's house instead. My neighbor, Norb, was a retired man who lived across the street from my house. He was the kind of neighbor who watched out for everyone in the neighborhood. And most importantly, he was always home. When I got to Norb's house, I started banging on his door and screaming. There was no answer. The old man pulled up in front of the house, exited his car while it was still running, and headed toward me. I banged harder and screamed louder. Suddenly, Norb opened the door, and I literally fell into his arms. He was confused, and I was in shock. Jolene, wait. Jolene, what's wrong? He asked. He's trying to kidnap me, I yelled as I turned and pointed towards the man who was now quickly retreating to his car. The old man was able to successfully get into his car and drive away. Norb ran after the man's car in an attempt to get his license plate number. Unfortunately, he was only able to get the first part of it. We called 911 and explained to the dispatcher what the man looked like, the make, model of the car, color of the vehicle, first part of the license plate number, and direction he was headed. It took the police 3 hours to arrive on the scene, only to tell my parents there was nothing they could do. John O'Keefe's in his grave like, you think that's bad? It didn't seem to be a priority to them. They explained that there are a lot of sickos out there, but that we could call if we saw him again. I thought, if I saw him again, I'd be dead. 20 years later, I don't think about what happened to me very often, but the memories flooded my mind. flooded my mind after I heard the audio of Donald Trump bragging that as a rich, famous man, he kisses beautiful women without their consent and could walk up to them and grab them by the puss if he feels so inclined. His words sadden me and scare me, but they don't surprise me. What does surprise me are the people who are justifying his words and actions. They dismiss the entire situation by claiming we're all just being melodramatic. I've seen too many Trump sympathizers saying that what he's done and what he said and done shouldn't be a big deal because he's not the first politician to do so. To which I say, duh, that doesn't make it right. Besides, he's the one running for the president of the United States. Making those arguments are basically saying it's not fair that they, insert politician's name, got to verbally and physically assault women and we can't. This isn't the argument we should be having. Instead, we should take this opportunity to stand together as Americans and say, we will no longer support any politician, regardless of their affiliation, who behaves like this. We deserve better. I don't think we do, but that's okay. Another popular defense of Trump's is they're just words, or all guys do stuff like that, or as Donald put it, it's just locker room talk. These reactions are all too similar to how dismissive the police were in my situation. According to their lack of response, sickos will be sickos and there's nothing they can do about it. Donald Trump's words and actions are important because they perpetuate the belief that the power and status trump morality, safety, and the law. And if we accept that from a presidential candidate, where else will we accept it? In my situation, the man who attempted to kidnap me was using his power and status to get what he wanted too. He has power and status, you may ask. Yes, this man was older and stronger than me, and therein lies his power and status. If we accept this, and we have to accept that it was okay for that old man to reach out and grab me as a 14-year-old girl because it's what he wanted. It's just what guys like him do. They never caught the man who tried to abduct me. My hope is that he spontaneously combusted right after the incident. This belief helps me sleep at night. Also, Jolene, he chucked porno mags at you, tried to abduct, dramatic. However, if that didn't happen, this belief helps me sleep at night. However, if that didn't happen, I hope, sarcasm alert, that just like how Trump now claims to have grown in his infamous trip with Billy Bush on the Access Hollywood bus, the man who threw porno at me had grown as well. I mean, both my attacker and Trump were just young, old guys in their late 50s, early 60s who didn't know any better. And just like Trump now claims to respect women, I'm sure the pedophile who chased me now respects little girls. I mean, boys will be boys, sex offenders will be sex offenders, pedophiles will be pedophiles, right? You just can't keep the kids around them. Listen, I don't care if cousin Tommy comes over, but you better keep an eye on your kids because your boy's gonna be leaving here a man, and your girl's gonna be leaving here a woman. He does it to all. Listen, look at poor Tommy over there. Hasn't been walking straight since, and that's just how he is. We know he ain't right, but it's what we got. And if we ain't got each other, then what do we got? So keep an eye on your damn kids, especially when he's here. You know better than that. And I'm telling you, if anything happens, it's your fault for not watching them. I mean, boys will be boys, sex offenders will be sex offenders, and pedophiles will be pedophiles, right? There's nothing we can do about it. Sarcasm wrong. Sarcasm over. Wrong. Sarcasm over. Nothing we can do about it. Wrong. I think we do deserve a reality TV star as the president. I do. I do. I do. I think it's what we deserve. I think the president has absolutely no fucking power. I think they're just there to look to say things, and we think that what they say it doesn't. I don't think. No. Yeah. Oh my God, you guys look at Donald Trump. Yeah. Yup. Are you guys surprised? What? We're lazy at this point. We now just stop pretending. We're just not going to pretend anymore. Throw them in there. Fuck. Who's next? Tila Tequila? Sure. Why not? Why not? It's about as serious as everyone's been taking this place around here. Oh, it's going to collapse? Maybe it should. Maybe it all should fucking collapse. Maybe it all should fucking collapse. I mean, none of this should be a surprise, guys. I remember in, like, I think it was the year he got elected, I think 2016. I remember, and this is weird because I never like read court documents. I was reading a court document of like a situation or a lawsuit that he was in with Jeffrey Epstein. And in the court documents, quoting, saying him and Epstein were fighting at this party, and he was saying about commenting on this girl who was 15, and Trump was mad because he was like, "You popped her cherry. That's what I wanted to do." Blah 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 blah. It's like, yeah, well, guys, they've been saying that Hollywood is like this for a very long time. Why is anyone surprised? I don't get the surprise. Everyone's like, "Oh my God!" It's like what I tweeted today. It's like I hate when people like pretend to not know the drama. Bitch, look up what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, look into shit. Don't depend on things to tell you what's going on. Do it yourself. You think of the fucking news is going to tell you what's going on? Why? That's not their job. Their job isn't to tell you what's going on. The government's job isn't to protect you. It's a fucking business. Like when COVID happened, everyone was like, "Well, we're waiting to hear what our governor said." It's like, why? What? What are you doing? You're waiting to hear what your governor tells you to do? Why? For what? Do what you think you should do. Why would you ever let anything like the government tell you, and then not even tell you, believe they have your best interest in mind? Bitch, what? I'm sorry. Growing up, did you guys not go to the grocery store and just trust that all the food there was food? Right? Didn't you just inherently trust as a child that like the world was set up nice for us, nice as it should be nice? It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. That's not food you're buying. It's not food you're eating. They're not helping you. They're not getting you better. They're keeping you sick. Like, no, bitch. Think for yourself. No. Look around. Look into other places that exist, not just like here. Other places. Read a fucking book. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. You can't expect the world to hold your hand through shit. You don't trust the food under RFK? You shouldn't trust the food under anything if it's in this country. Nothing. There is no food here. There's no food here. What? You can't even be a fucking farmer. You can't even be a farmer and have your own soil? What? No, Monsanto comes in there and injects your shit instantly. Instantly. You've probably never had food. Unless you are in an indigenous fucking tribe somewhere. Why does something that is just given to us from this earth, why does it go through the hands of 800 people first before you get it? Why do 8,000 people need to putting rules and regulations on what the world just gave us. You know what I mean? Come on. Bitch. Hysterical. You know what I mean? Like, come on. No, Nicola. Nicola always has a fucking article. Guys, I got some articles you really should read. It's really gonna like wake you up. Fucking Nicola. Fucking Nicola. QAnon ass bitch. Nicola. Fucking Nicola. Relax, son. Relax. Shit is organic. Or that doesn't mean shit. That doesn't mean shit. Doesn't mean shit. Doesn't mean shit. Doesn't mean dick. Doesn't mean dick ass shit. But we're gonna end it on a positive note, right? Because this shit can give you generalized world anxiety, GWA, hardcore, and you can start being like, "Oh my god, I can't trust anything." Yeah, which you're gonna go through that if you haven't already. If you think about this and look into this stuff, you're gonna go through that. Oh my god, I can't trust anything. Right. But you can trust one thing. You can trust yourself. You can trust your instincts, and you can trust your education. No one can take that away from you. Sprayed with what? Sprayed with whatever the fuck they want to spray it with. I mean, what was that called? The Roundup. What was that? No, the Monsanto, like, to genetically engineer and modify like the tomatoes to make them grow a certain way, right? Like, in order to get in there and change the structure of a tomato, to modify, right? What modifies? What changes something? Well, a virus changes something, right? Because it goes in there under a host cell and it can disguise itself. So they gotta put viruses in there on purpose. For what? I don't know. So you can have shiny fucking tomatoes? I don't know. I don't need to know. All I know is I don't want it. Nori, thank you. But I will be going to Tropical Cafe Smoothie because for some reason I feel like that's imported from a teepee. So leave me alone. This is leaving on a good note. Well, it's a good note as in like you can do your own. You can. Here's the thing. If you grew up here in this world, in America, whatever, blah, blah, blah. If you've already eaten it, all the damage is done, right? Whatever the fuck they want, whatever the goal was, it's done. It's done. Right. We didn't start out like there's no hope. It's already done, love. Whatever they want us to do, they did it. Whatever they want us to get done, it's happened, right? Okay. So what can you do? What can you control? What can you control? Think about what you can control. Your day-to-day, blah, blah, blah. This, that, blah, blah, blah. That's what you worry about. You do not worry about things you can't control. Be aware of it, right? You want to be informed. You don't want to be an idiot. You want to be aware, but you don't want that to control you either, right? Be aware and accept it, no matter what it is. Be aware, accept it, give it away. Give it away, give it away, give it away. But don't let it control you. Only the things you can control, which is yourself. Crystal sends $5 and says thank you. Thank you so much, Crystal. Amanda sends $5 and says thank you. Wait. Hold on. Michelle sends $10 from Peter, lawyer. What's his wife's name? It's Whitney. It's not Michelle. It's Whitney. Don't listen. I appreciate that, Michelle, but don't be getting my girly parts all puckery and moist when I see that name. Sherry, tip the teacher. Thank you, Sherry, for the 20. And Joylene Lunza, $30. She said, I got $30. Preach, Jimmy. Your talent deserves all the monies. Thank you, Jojo. Thank you, hon. I appreciate that. End on sex ed. Okay, let's go over some dirty shit. Sex ed. 1, you don't have to complete the hookup if you go there. If you go there and the dinky is dirty, if you go there and he got gross ass toenails, if you go there and you're hanging out and you're meeting in person and you're like, I'm not fucking into this, you don't gotta finish it. You can get up and leave. I have left on many a motherfucking hookup where right while it's about to get started, I'm like, I gotta go. Why? Is there something wrong? No, I'm getting anxiety here and I gotta go. You don't gotta sit there and fucking roll your eyes through another dick sucking until you fucking get in the car, call your friend and you're like, oh, this is the worst. Just leave. You don't want to be somewhere, leave. If you're somewhere and your body is telling you to get out, don't stay because you don't want to make someone feel bad. They already because you don't want to make them feel weird, right? They made you feel weird. You know what I mean? You didn't tell me you had film on your dink. That if I take my fingernail and do this to it, a layer of earwax like substances will come off and I can burn that for 8 days and nights. No. Because bitch, look at the pictures you sent me. That looks like a clean house. That looks like a clean dink. That's not this. I'm sorry. That's not this. And you leave and you go. And if they hit you up after and ask why you left, say it's because you have a gross dinky. Just let them know, dude. You don't got to protect everyone's feelings all the time. Just let them know. People got to fucking grow up. You know what I mean? Listen, they're putting viruses in tomatoes. We got to grow up. Grow up. I'm not going to protect your dinky feelings. No. If I get all nice and dressed up to come over here and put on nice creams and colognes and lotions and potions and perfumes and this and lip stuff and make sure head to toe I'm correct, and then you whip out fucking what's been baking in the sun for 2 days in the backseat of a car, dinky of yesteryear, and you want me to do what with it? Goodbye, or I'm calling the cops. I will call the police. Gross. I need more sex ed. You don't always gotta have sex. You can touch dirty parts too. You can just do a dry hump. You don't actually gotta get in there and do that. You don't always gotta do. That's too much. That's too much. That's too much. That's much too much. No. Now there's an expectation. No. I will not be having anyone seizuring on top of me, gyrating back and forth, grunting, while I pretend that this isn't. No. Nope. No. Becca says docking. Yeah, docking can be cool if you want to dock, right? If your friend's out of gas and you need to fill them up and you got to dock up real quick. Sure. Docking is fine. For a minute. You can dock. Dock your boat. Dock your catamaran. Soaking is very dangerous. I would not recommend soaking. Soaking leads to having children. Please don't soak. Do not soak. You don't need to be marinating inside someone else's nasty, dirty dink. No. Ew, dude, no. Soaking is for I feel like really big whores, but concerning whores. You can be a whore, but that is a level of whoredom where it's what happened to you as a kid? Were you not allowed around other kids because you did you always want to play doctor? I feel like people that want to soak are people that when they were kids they forced other kids in the neighborhood to play doctor, And then those kids went home and they were like, this is what we learned today. And then they do it to the dog and the parents freak the fuck out. And like, where'd you learn that? It's the soaking girl. It's the same bitch. Were you the jumper or the soaker? And fucking neither. I was playing hide and seek. I was being a kid. I was a late bloomer. I didn't do anything like sex related until I was 18, 17, 18, 17. Like this time. Oh, shit. September 2nd, I remember, was the SEX. But yeah, this time in 2020, 20 years ago. And good Lord, it has been quite the experience. If you didn't know where soaking dinkies come from, well, I think it's time you've begun. I was married first time at 17. That's way too fucking young, squirrel. I'm sorry, but holy shit, that's young. That's young. Do you recommend sex on the beach? Yeah, you could do whatever you want. Like, if you want to do it just for like, just to say you did it, then yeah, go ahead and do it. If not, then, you know, it's the same as anywhere else. Do it in public. That's more thrilling and fun. See if you can get away with it. I was having GAY sexual, not sex, but like gay touchings, right? Like heavy petting on the fucking beaches of the Arabian Sea. Okay. I could have gotten my fucking head chopped off. All right. I could have gotten fucking thrown in a fucking Emirati prison at the very ripe age of 20. Very ripe. Young little Twinkie. Doing gay stuff. Jimmy will teach you how to keep. I will teach you. Of course I will. Yeah. Yeah. You got to be willing to change and learn. You got to change a lot about yourself if you want to keep one. You're going to have to compromise your shit. But I'll show you how if you want to, if that's really what you want. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Totally. It's not that difficult. I was conceived on the beach in the Bahamas as Nana. Oh my God. Nana. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah. You can just take me here. Are you sure, Eileen? You don't mind? All right. Oh, I'm just gonna you want to do that old soaking we read about in that there magazine? What was that? A Cosmopolitan? Talking about soaking. What are you talking about? Soaking. Well, yeah, I guess they just I take my Minnesota cheese curd and I pop it in your oven and I wait till it gets nice and crispy. And then when I want to dip it in the marinara, I guess, I don't know. All the kids are doing it. Why don't we just start docking? Yeah, doc. Yeah, I don't need, no. You take the vertical hood and you put it over the part right there. Yeah. You know that weird brown line that's going around? Yeah. Yeah. So take that and almost give yourself like more foreskin and then put it over my vertical. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Okay. God bless. God bless. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. It's been so fun. It's been fun. With your Darlene, isn't he to sway political minds? She's here for jokes. That's exactly what a fucking Darlene who would be here to sway political minds would do. No, I encourage her to sway political minds. I feel like, Tory white trash middle-aged bitches look at their paycheck and they're like, why are they taking out so many taxes? I'm now Republican and now it's their whole identity. It's like they don't really know what they're talking about. Darlene is very educational and I think she's sneaking it in the perfect way. Ocean Spray Beehive says Arabian smoothies. He wasn't from the Arab country, although I was looking for a cloaked man to engage in homosexual acts with. I didn't find any. It's very against their religion. It's very illegal, but he was a Dutch man with very large Homework. Oh, sorry. I said we were going to do a giveaway at some point. We'll do it next class. Okay. Okay. We will be reading more ancient texts. If anyone comes across any old Jolene Lunzerian texts, any Lunzerian writings, send them my way. Okay. Thank you so much. More Mr. J. How about when he's like, where have you been, bitch? Where have you bloody been? Out all night with that Chinese man? He's come back home with lipstick on your collar? When's the last time we had sex? 2 years without you. Or when he's like, slap the butcher, slap the butcher. So instead of traditional auditions for the school play, I put them through a series of mind tests. So, do Mum and Dad get along? Yeah? You sure? Kind of hesitated there. Okay. Does Dad ever hit Mum? No. Okay. You have a dog. What's the dog's name? Do you let the dog sleep in your bed? No, because he's not allowed to sleep in your bed? Or no. And if he was allowed to sleep in your bed, would you let him? No. If Dad was backing out of the driveway and the dog was lying down and didn't see Dad backing out, and Dad didn't see the dog, would you tell Dad? Yeah? Okay. Sure? Okay. What do you think about this? What do you think about this? Okay. Goodbye. I could do Mr. G all night. She's a naughty girl with a bad habit for drugs, ecstasy. Okay, all right. Okay, bye. She's a slut and she knows it. Rodney, yes, these are the special kids here, and we kind of let them mingle with the regular kids, the normal children. And you know, he's hugging me, and we're not supposed to touch the children and hug back, but these ones we kind of turn a blind eye to. You can touch them, you can hug them here, not here. Here, good, not good. Okay? Okay. All right, everyone have a wonderful night, and I'll see you later on in the week. All right? Thank you, everyone. Please say thank you to Jarlene, who spent some time with us here. God bless. Have a good one. I said, puck you, miss. I said, puck you. He's a homo. I think he's a pomo, miss. Do you not, miss? Do you not what? What is it? What is it? What is it? Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Do you not watch Punk, miss? This is just like Punk with Ashton Kutcher. Do you not know that, miss? Oh, miss. Miss, you farted. Miss, you farted. I said, puck you. He's a homo. He's a what? Jonah? Jonah, you will apologize to Ben. Say sorry, Ben. Sorry, Ben.